Welcome to the 5th episode of Browsing My Games Library. This episode is brought to you by the letter D.
The Darkness is a late 90s comic book series from comics company Top Cow, best known for the series Witchblade. The game was developed by Digital Extremes, headquartered in London, Ontario. The Canadian studio doesn't have a good web page showing off their resume, but as always, Wikipedia comes through in a pinch. Thanks, Wikipedia.
You're welcome.
The publisher is 2K, an American outfit that publishes all of these titles. The game is available on PC, Mac, PS3, and Xbox 360. The game engine is Evolution, developer Digital Extremes' own proprietary game engine, with help from an open-source middleware physics engine from graphics card company NVIDIA called PhysX. I had a lot of fun with this game. The art style really captures the look of a comic book, but more importantly, the play style made you feel like a comic book character, shrugging off a hail of bullets like it was just regular hail, or maybe even mild sleet, and tearing apart wave after wave of hapless thugs with your monster tentacles. You play as Jackie Estacado, a 23-year-old mob boss whose meteoric rise to power is due to his dark mystical powers, which make him a nearly invincible killing machine. The environments are attractively detailed, especially your palatial rooftop mansion in Manhattan that functions as something of a hub level. Although my suspension of disbelief was fine with the idea that you have dark mystical powers that allow you to grow shoulder-mounted murder eels, I balked at the notion that this crime family was making enough money to afford this place. All of the characters have scads of dialogue, and it's fun to chat with each of them until they've exhausted their store of quips and anecdotes.
They ain't pigeons. They carry diseases and shit.
But it's even more fun to dismember gun thugs with your arcane mystical powers. The 4-way skill tree offers more upgrades than you can get in a single playthrough, and I appreciate this approach. Rather than making it a collect-em-all style checklist of power-ups to unlock, it's more like a menu of upgrades that you can pick from to complement your individual playstyle. I, for instance, paid relatively little attention to the gun upgrades like larger magazines or faster reload, and instead focused on things like unlocking the ability to lob my little gremlin at people, and getting spikes for my murder eels. The writing is not brilliant, but it is a game about a D-list comic book character, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that it's just being very faithful to the source material, and the writing in the game was, in fact, done by the writer of the comics. Honestly, my only complaint is that more than once, while crawling through narrow passageways, my hitbox would get snagged on some invisible corner of the geometry, and I'd have to go into the graphics preferences and turn on VSync in order to move past it, but then I'd need to turn VSync off again because it made everything blurry. This was very annoying, but not a problem that ever pops up during combat, and not inconvenient enough to throw a wet blanket over my enthusiasm for this game. In fact, this is the first review I've enjoyed enough to play all the way through to the ending of the game, and I enjoyed it so much I reloaded from my last save point and played again to get the alternate ending. I leave you now with a limerick. Our boy Jackie made Faustian deals. In addition, he lies, cheats, and steals. His damnation assured, to complain would be absurd. That's the deal he made for murder eels. Once I've met YouTube's requirement of 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to opt into the Google AdSense program and donate 95% of the proceeds directly to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. They have a stellar A rating on Charity Watch, and they fund a lot of excellent research. I love bioscience research. And I hate cancer.